Here with a Nvidia update. Okay, first things first, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I just look at these charts, show you what I see going on. Okay, please consult somebody that knows, that's licensed to advise you with your finances and stuff like that. Okay, I don't want to be responsible for anything like that. I'm just showing you the charts here. Okay. Alright, let's take a look in the video here. Okay, we had this rising channel that this thing was going up in. Okay, I have a trend-based Fibonacci extension on this thing with a wave 1 down here, and this thing is telling me that this thing is getting pretty close to maxed out. Okay, 480 bucks. We have a that's the high this thing has had. 484 is what this trend-based fib is showing me. Alright, so let's go through this and see if we can see anything that might be leading to a top. Alright, let's look at the RSIs on the daily. Alright, we are at the top of the daily. Okay, it's at a 91 and an 88. Alright, I see some possible bearishness down here, especially as we go out further. Okay, let's go out in weekly. Alright, the weekly, we're up at a 96 and a 91 on the RSI. You can see down here at the bottom right there, we are in the way over in the overbought area up here. It's at an 88 and an 82. Okay, here's where it gets ugly, the monthly. Okay, we're at a 100 and a 93. Alright, what do you see down here? I see a lower high coming in on this here. Okay, it's definitely a lower high. All right, if we make this a little bit bigger, you can see that clearly right there. That's a lower high. Okay, unless this thing takes off and goes a lot higher. All right, that's a bearish divergence right there. Obviously, we have this high here, and we have a higher high in price. Okay, down here we have this high, and we have a lower high in price on the RSI. All right, so unless this thing is going a lot higher, and it's going to get higher than what is this thing on there? It is up at roughly a 90. Okay, 87. Let's see here. Yeah, around a 90. Okay, and right now we're at a 76. Okay, if we make this thing, we can go up right there. The top was exactly about an 88. Okay, and we have a lower high right now. We're at a 76. Okay, and we're also getting pretty high on this monthly RSI. So keep an eye on that. You can see that we have tapped that. Just about tapped that top as far as price goes. If we zoom in here on that, you can see it right there. Okay, pretty close. Okay, it went up to what was that, 480.88. Okay, now let's take a look at the lower time frames, and we also have that massive gap here that we've been talking about. And we have a trend line way down here at the bottom that this thing could eventually pull back to. It goes the whole way back here to 2020. We had a touch, and then we fell through it here, and we regained it. Okay, set a higher high here in price. We still, if you look at the volume also, you got decreasing volume. Okay, which is never a good sign. For higher prices, you want to see increasing volume. Okay, so there's another sign on the weekly. The daily. In the daily, you kind of do have an increase in price a little bit there. Okay, the RSI is at the top. The 12-hour RSI is at the top. Let's get this off here down there. And if you would, please hit the like and subscribe. I would appreciate that very much, guys. And if you're into any kind of crypto clothing, there's a link in the description of the video. You can go check that out. All kinds of cool shirts and hats. And also, if you'd like to join the channel, there's a link in the description of the video. $2.99 a month. That would be greatly appreciated. If you, no big deal if you, your finances are in a position. That's perfectly fine. But any help helps on here, that's for sure. let's go to the 8-hour right at the top, the RSI here. Okay, the 4 is at the top at a 92 and an 82, and the 1 hour is at the top, and it's flipped bearish. Okay, so you know, it could maybe it's just going to come down to the bottom of this channel and consolidate, you know, and make another run. Time will tell with this thing. Okay, but it's getting to that point. All right, on that monthly, you got bearish, got that bearish divergence, got a lower high coming in here so far. Okay, on the weekly, we're up at the top with that RSI. The daily, we're at the top. Okay, the 12-hour at the top, the 8-hour at the top, the 4-hour, same story at the top. Right, so RSIs are getting pretty high on this thing, and the price obviously is getting up there. Might be time for a correction here. We also have this huge gap here that obviously sometime is going to need filled. Okay, right there, through there. All right, so let's pull that over here. There we go. At some time you would expect that thing to pull back here and fill that gap. Okay, you know, maybe it'll happen years down the road. Maybe it'll happen you know, next week. This thing might roll over and come down and fill it, come back to this trend line. You know, it's hard to say. Only time will tell. Just please be careful. I showed you the charts. You know, who knows? Could go up to $1,000. Just take what you take from the video, and just you know, tread carefully. And I wish the best to everybody with this. I'm not in it personally, and so thank you very much, guys. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.